Hello there. Hello. Oh, my resolution's too high. Says gonna stop it. Hello, I'm back again. Are we live? Hello, Bob. Hello, quantum negative. That's weird. Quantum negative. All right, hey everyone. Welcome to. Let me know if we are live because I had to stop the stream and restart it. I just had to do it. Had to do it because he was complaining about me having too huge of a resolution. You guys hear me? We might not even be live. I don't know. I had to kill it. Let's see if we are. Alright, hey everyone. Yeah, we are. Welcome to. Let me know if we are live. Because we are live. I was looking at myself. That was weird. That was weird. Alright, guys. How are ya? Yeah, I'm live. I'm alive. So how you been, guys? It's been a while. I didn't make a stream last week. I was working on the tutorial that I'm preparing, and I just skipped by. I don't know what happened. How are you, Justin? What's up, Justin? How are you guys? I've been working a lot on Unreal Engine this past 2 weeks because I'm preparing some training for that. So that is done. Actually, I just finished recording that like 20 minutes ago. And seems like it is. Let's see how much this stuff is. It's 41 gigabytes of recording. That's a lot of stuff. And it's the raw stuff. It's about almost 6 hours, which is gonna maybe go down to 5.5 hours. That's gonna be good training. It's pretty cool what we did. So yeah, it's cool. I didn't get an email today. Oh yeah, an email about me being live. Okay, that worked. All right, so how you guys been? Not so chatty today, eh? My dog's barking. I can show you what I've been working on if you guys are up to that. Let's go to the desktop. Hello. So I've been working on this project here. Let's go to Unreal Engine. Well, this is what I've been working on. Let's play it. And there we go. Oh, let me make this bigger. Like that. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting those issues. Let's play. Did I hit play? Yeah. I don't know why sometimes it just stays there. So this is what I've been doing. Actually, this is not the level that I built. That is the tutorial result, actually. And this is the one I did with a little bit more time. A lot of assets there from the Solo City assets. So the tutorial consists of creating this fence you see there. This chain link wire fence. And all that stuff is done in Houdini. It's created here. We're using the Houdini Engine. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. This stuff has collisions. You can go through it. And if I show you, you can see this is the asset there. You can modify. You can see there's this asset, these curves. We have an interface here of parameters from Houdini. I can change this to the prototype, which is the way you will modify this. And you can see I can add, let's say that I want to extend this wall up to here. I can just extend that really quickly. Maybe this wall, I want to extend it over here like that. Or maybe I don't want these 2 points actually. Maybe I want to delete that one and that one. And I want this to be extended over here like this. And then I change to the final thingy. And it's gonna rebuild everything in about a second. It will rebuild the whole thing, and then everything is updated, which is pretty damn cool. The Houdini engine, it's really amazing. I think something is failing. It might be my computer. Yeah, something is failing here. I don't know why. Sometimes Unreal doesn't want me to be happy. Let's recook the asset, see if that works. It's not recooking. I don't know why it's not rebuilding the asset. Somehow I'm not connected to Unreal, to Houdini. Let me close it up. Don't save. And open it back. But yeah, that's what I've been doing this past 2 weeks. And I just finished recording the whole thing, so I did all the asset and all that stuff. I could show you the asset in Unreal. I mean in Houdini. It's pretty cool. This is the final one. While Unreal loads the project back up, you can see this is the final asset, and this should have the display flag over here. Whoa, like that. And this is the final asset here in Houdini. Everything is created here in Houdini. It's pretty cool. If we go to the main curve here, show everything. Everything is controlled just by this main curve. If I modify this guy, you can see everything's gonna update. I wish it worked like this fast in Unreal, but so far it's not. I think there's gonna be changes to it, but I'm really hoping somewhere soon it works as fast as it works in Houdini. That would be really amazing, actually. So yeah, all the asset it's done here. All the texturing, you can see. Let's go down here. Hide the collision here. You can see this stuff. It's not created. That's not geometry. That's a texture. So all this texturing, it's procedural. So it would modify and update on its own. All this stuff here, it's shaders, textures, so it just updates when you move everything. So it's pretty cool actually, and we're using instances from Houdini. We are using instances from Unreal. It's pretty amazing actually what you can do. So again, let me open the scene I had, open level, this one. And I don't know why I'm getting some issues. Well, this is the asset, and in all its glory in Unreal. And you can see that these lamps are being instanced here in Unreal. These are Unreal blueprints here. If you can see, that's one of the lamps. I just duplicated the lamps, make 2 lamps, added some spotlights there to have those cones of light there. And then we have instances, and even if you don't like the orientation of these guys, you can still go ahead and modify it here inside Unreal, like or actually if I don't want this lamp here at the very end, I can modify it and delete it, whatever. You can do whatever you want here. It's pretty cool. If you don't want all that stuff here, you can modify it to add less and all that stuff. And we can add another one of these thingies if we want. This is the asset. Let's see if it works, because it seems like it's giving. There we go. It worked. This seems like it having some issues somehow. I don't know what I did. Maybe I broke it. I need to see what I did. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. It's pretty damn cool. I really like all this stuff. I think I broke something, but okay. That's what I've been working on. And like I said, I just finished this like 20 minutes ago. It wasn't done. I was recording actually all the parts of this. So yeah, it took a while to record. It is like about 5 hours, almost 6 hours of recording, so I'm proud of it. It's pretty good actually. It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be out maybe next week. It's gonna be cool. Alright, so I want to talk about what I want to talk about is, any questions? Node Nest. What's up, Node Nest? The score and fail. Okay. So what I want to talk about is some people, let's go to the big cam, so because I'm gonna have a big rant about this. I'm freaking mad. Nah, I'm not mad. But I just want to say that some people out there, they're starting to learn Houdini. They want to do too much too early. Like, some people ask me questions like, can I do this kind of fire explosion and stuff? And then I say something basic they should know, like check your UVs. And they don't even know what the hell it's the UVs, or they don't even know how to do them. And that is bad for you, because any way you look at it, it's really hard to help you. How can I help you if you don't know exactly the bare basics of Houdini, you know? Some people just want to take too much too fast, and that bothers me sometimes, because dude, learn the basics first. Get the basics done. Get the basics under your belt, and then you start doing explosions, or then you start breaking stuff up, or doing all this fancy stuff that people want to do in Houdini. And sometimes it doesn't bother me, but it's hard to help people, you know. And I feel bad sometimes, because I want to help people, but how can I explain something that basic or more advanced to someone that doesn't know the basics, you know? Yeah, that's why I've been trying to get all the basics in my tutorials down, because it's difficult to just do all that stuff if you don't know the basics. So you should start with the basics. A lot of people ask me, where do I start with Houdini? How do I learn Houdini? Where do I start with Houdini? And I think the best way to start with Houdini is with the help. The help says start here. So you can see if, let me switch to the camera here. You go to help, says start here. So you can go and start there. And if you click there, it will take you to the tutorials page in Unreal in Houdini, the side effects site. And there's a lot of tutorials out there, and there's a lot of my tutorials. There's a lot of tutorials by side effects, but there's also a whole documentation. Like, let's go to the content, and there's getting started here, getting started section, and then there's basics. And then you should go through this stuff like getting started, introduction to Houdini. There's a lot of stuff here. If you don't need to buy a book or anything, everything's here. My mouse, let me show you my mouse. My freaking mouse is acting up. And I hate that because it's a special mouse. You can see it's a Unreal Engine mouse. And I hate that it's breaking because I love this thing. And I know I can get a new one, but it's not gonna be the Unreal Engine mouse. So I might actually get a new one and save this for later. So yeah, all the basic of Houdini are here, the nodes, the geometry attributes, which I tell everyone, attributes is the way to Houdini. That's how you should learn it. And the user interface here, you can see there's videos here for the interface. All the parts here, the main menus, all these are sections that it will tell you stuff about Houdini. Then viewing the scene, so navigating the scene, all the stuff is here. There's videos again for most of these stuff has videos. Selecting objects, it's pretty important. So how to select, how to deselect, using the handles. So it's if you never use any 3D app, you can learn Houdini from scratch. Just going through this, it's like a freaking book with videos. It's great. The help here is amazing. The tab menu has its own special thingy. Network and parameters. So, and this has some other steps here to go to select, and then the examples, which is great. And then how to use help even if you don't know how to use the help. This is how you can search it and all the stuff, which is cool. And then using Houdini, which is now separated into the different parts, geometry, and editing geometry, blah 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 blah. So everything's here. Even let's see if it's for all levels, like understanding, modeling, next steps, guru level stuff, copying and instancing. Everything is here. So let's see, there's the UV section is here, working with textures. There's UVs, UV flatten, UVs. Everything is explained here, and this help is the best help I've ever seen in my freaking life. It's like buying a book. It's even better than buying a book. It's amazing. So Bob says that he's a newbie in Houdini, which he's already making really cool stuff, by the way. And something unexpected ends up going in a rabbit hole. Yeah, sometimes unexpected stuff happens because you press some key or something, and you are lost for a while, but that's good actually, because you learn stuff that way. If you figure it out, you say, "Oh, right, I know why that happened because I I press that button or I click that thingy, and it takes a little bit of time to learn. And one other thing that bothers me is that people always is people are people is always people always say that Houdini is difficult, and I say it's no more difficult than Maya or Max or Blender or learning to ride a bicycle. I don't know. The only reason they say that is because maybe they already know Maya, and they're trying to do things the way Maya does things, and it doesn't work that way because Houdini is built in a different way, and Houdini is not gonna do the things Maya does the same way. You can get the same results, but it's not gonna do the things the same way because it's another application. Why would it do the same thing? It's not the way Houdini does stuff. You should, when you're learning Houdini, you should know that, all right, this is going to be different because it's another application. Why would another application exist if not for that reason? If it's not different, I don't know. I don't see the reason for two applications to exist. There's no reason for that. So yeah, it's gonna be different. It's not gonna be what you are used to, but most of the knowledge transfers. Like if you already know UVs are the same theory in Houdini and in Maya and in Blender and in 3D Max and in Cinema. It's the same theory all over the place. And once you know one thing, it's just like, all right, how do I do it in this application? But it's gonna be different. So Nodeness has a question. Should I invest time learning Maya or any other application for effects? I'm learning Houdini and Nuke at the moment. Well, only if you want to. Only if you want to learn Maya. You don't have to. Some places hire people because they know Houdini and they might never use Maya. Some places use both Maya and Houdini. Some places only use Maya. So it's up to you. Like, I don't have to know Maya. I know Maya. I've used Maya for, I think, like 10 years when I started. I used Maya for a lot of time, but I forgot about most of it because I only use Houdini because I don't need to use Maya. But if you are in a studio or something where they use Maya, then that knowledge might be helpful because it's part of your job. But it's up to you. It's up to you. Quantum Negative says he comes from Maya and thinks that Houdini is easier now that he knows the basics. And I agree, Houdini is actually easier and you get to results much solidly, maybe not faster sometimes, but it depends on everything. Like, I have no idea how to do effects in Maya. Like, if I want to do a crazy kind of explosion thingy in Maya, I have no idea how to do that, or how many plugins I have to install to get it to do it. And but yeah, once I started learning Houdini, I felt at home. I felt that Houdini was the way that I work the way that I work, and I didn't understand why Maya was built that way. And some people just love Maya, and it's cool. If they love Maya, use it. I use Houdini because it's the application that I feel more comfortable creating with. So that's it. yeah, Bob is coming from cinema, and yeah, I like the Houdini interface. It's got better. It's gotten better, if that's the way you say that. Cinema, it's great as well. I've used Cinema as well, long time ago. It's a great app. Uh, I just I'm very I get spoiled by the flexibility that Houdini has. Like if I wanna just tweak anything, get inside anything, I can do it. Houdini doesn't have those limitations, and you can always know what's happening and all the stuff. That's what I like about Houdini. But yeah, so learn your basics in Houdini, and I'm not gonna name names, but I've seen some talks over there like, you can do everything with Bex, and I was like, that's just a stupid way to approach it. Like, don't learn any of the nodes in Houdini, just learn Bex, and that's like, to me, that's like saying don't learn any applications, just build your own with C++. If that's what you want to do it. You know, that's the way. But I don't know. It feels dumb to me. Like let's create all the nodes from scratch. Side effects already did it. Like, why are you paying them if you are not gonna use any of the Houdini stuff? But all right, it's up to people how they use stuff. So yeah, please learn the basics and get your basics done. That doesn't mean learn all the nodes in Houdini. Like go and all right, let's see what this node does, and this node, and this node, and this node. You're gonna learn over time. You're gonna learn what nodes you need and what nodes you might never use over time. But it's great to use the stuff that Houdini has. I most of the time I rather do most of the time I rather do stuff in a clever way instead of doing stuff with Bex. I just use Bex when I know there's no way I can do that in with nodes. But sometimes I just say, oh, I can use this node for this and that, and then get this and combine these two nodes this way to get that result. So I'd rather sometimes be clever in that way instead of just doing everything in Bex. Focus Film says it's 2 a.m. where he is. Great, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate that. So let's see. There's a few comments here. So Grant is coming from Cinema 2. Says he's faster in Cinema. But I think the combination of the two are pretty powerful, though. Yeah, you don't have to just use Houdini. You can use both apps. You can use 3 apps. You can use 11 apps. I don't know. Use whatever works for you. That's what I say. And I use Houdini because that works for me. That works for me. Works for me. Can't talk. Been talking for a lot of hours. Sorry, but I've been talking a lot because, as I said, I've been recording tutorials. All right, Vicenzo has another interesting question, and this is a topic for controversy, and I'm gonna be totally honest here. Let me read the question for those that see this video after the fact and the chat is not there. Vicenzo, the question he's asking is, when you are creating a simulation, is it better to start with a preset node or build all the system nodes yourself? That's basically the same thing as I was talking about later. Like, why should I build from scratch something that it's already pre-built? Like, if I already have Houdini open, why should I build Houdini from scratch and then do my simulation. So yes, I always use the presets. I always use the preset to start. Always, always, always use it. Because it sets up a lot of stuff, takes that stuff away from me. I don't have to remember how to connect stuff. I don't have to. It's time that I don't need to spend on that. And some people take that too much too hard, like, oh, I need to create everything from scratch because if I don't, maybe I'm not professional enough, or I don't know everything there is to know about Houdini. And good on you if you want to do that, but I never do that. I never create everything from scratch because why? Why do it? You want to learn? I know that stuff. I know what node needs to connect to what. I know what parameters need to be tweaked. I know how to build it from scratch, but I don't have to do it. It's like, why should I do something that it's automatable or automatic? Why should I just do it from scratch every time? It's like, it's silly. It's silly. It's just silly. It's like, why would I do side effects created really good starting points? Like, let's switch to the thing here. They created good starting points for this. It doesn't mean that if you create an explosion with a sphere here, an explosion like that, doesn't mean that this is gonna be what you render and then what it's gonna be on the movie. This is not. This sucks. Right now, this simulation is just totally sucks. It's not final. All right? And if you don't know that, then there's the problem. Not creating this from scratch. It's like I just saved myself all this time. Like all those nodes right there, it's time I just saved, and I can put the time into making that simulation film ready or client ready or all that stuff. So why, if I have the time, if I can gain that time, why do it from scratch? I mean, the node, it's already connected here. It references the thing it needs to. This guy is referencing the thing it needs to. This guy is correctly scaled and all the stuff. This thing has the nodes that it needs to, the parameters, the fields that it needs to get me started. So why would I do that from scratch? It's silly. It's like, let's say that I want to do something else, like import 100 images, and someone says, oh, I can write a script for that. And he writes a script and automates that task. And then I go and say, no, if I want to be a real artist, I got to import those 100 images by hand. It's like, why? I just wrote a script for that. Use the script, man. No. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to just do it from scratch. So if you want to do it from scratch, let's then go inside the Pyro solver and do that from scratch. And inside the Pyro solver, if you don't want to do that from scratch, let's go inside the Smoke solver and do that from scratch. And why? Why will I do this from scratch? My job is not creating solvers. My job is creating beautiful explosions for the screen. It's not, nobody's gonna say, oh my God, that explosion is so much beautiful because he created the solvers from scratch. It's like, no, nobody's gonna say that. I'm not gonna get paid more unless I'm the guy that is creating solvers for side effects or the studio. So yeah, I always start with the presets. Always start with the presets. Always. So let's see if there's another comments here. Anotness says, how should one approach building a reel for film and games? RBD, Fluid, Pyro, any reference? This is another question I get a lot about building a reel. And I'm gonna say it's pretty simple building a reel. Build a reel with the stuff you wanna make. So don't just shoot in the dark. Like, should I just do one flip fluid and pyro and cloud? Should I do explosions? Don't do any of that. Do what you wanna work on, because you're gonna get hired for that. You're not gonna be like, let's say somebody wants a guy that does cloth in Houdini, right? They're gonna look to reels, and if they see cloth and a bunch of cloth and really nice cloth, or cloth in a dinosaur because that's what they want in the movie, they're gonna call you. And if they call you and you make that cloth on the dinosaur and you hated that, they're gonna say, all right, we hire you because we wanna make this movie all about dinosaurs. There's 200 dinosaurs and I want them all with claws, please. And you're gonna hate the job. You're gonna hate it. Because you just did that to fill a space, and then you're stuck if you take the job. So the simple answer is, do what you wanna do in the reel. If you wanna do explosions, just do explosions. Don't add anything else. Anything else. Just do explosions. If you want to do explosions for games, then do the explosions in Unreal Engine and Unity. Show them there. Do exactly what you want to work on. That's how you do a reel. When you have more work, and you have a body of work and you work in different places, then you get your best pieces about what you want to keep doing, and you put those in your reel. But if you're starting up, create stuff that you want to work on. There's no other way around it. Just add stuff that you want to do. I want to work on dinosaurs, do dinosaurs. That's it. Very simple. Said Grant that he had that conversation about presets with another Houdini user. Yeah. Okay. Ayman Skoy. Hello, Ayman Skoy. Sorry, I just say hi, but I had a rant going on there. Bob says about it's like using Houdini using plugins for cinema. Yeah, some people think using plugins is cheating, but it's not. It's tools. They're tools. It's like, if I want to draw, should I first burn some wood and then collect the coal and then do, I don't know how pencils are made to start with. So I need to first learn how to make a pencil. And then when I know how to make a pencil, then I can start using that to draw? Or can I just buy a pencil and draw? Or what's the thing here? So if you want to work making tools, it might be the way the best process for you might be to understand what the tools do, what it's building, all that stuff of, like I was saying, like building solvers. If that's your job, then it's cool to build all the stuff from scratch. If your job is to get kick-ass simulations, explosions and stuff, you don't need to do that. You want to do it? Okay, but that's cool. Focus Films says something about Houdini Indie. Has a limitation of one node for render. I don't think that's a limitation of Indie. It's asking about Redshift nodes, if that applies to Redshift as well. GPU render farm workflow, but I'm not sure how to do it. All right, if you want to do if you want to do render farm stuff, you need to have licenses for all the copies you are going to be rendering. There's no other way around it. I think Houdini includes 5 licenses when you buy it. I'm not sure about Indie, how many they include, but there is free Indie licenses. Houdini Engine Indie licenses. There's some free of that, and you can use that for batch processing. So that would render anything if you are using Redshift or Mantra or whatever. That would work. But the thing is that things like Redshift needs a license for any machine that is rendering. So if you have 5 machines, you need to 5 Redshift licenses for that. So you can just have sorry, let me rephrase that. You can't use one license for the whole farm. You need one license for each instance. So yeah, that's how it works. Can you please explain how to create more nodes for render farm? Yeah, I just did. There's a few tools that distribute renders to farms, but every farm needs its own instance and its own license. I can't explain how to do it for farm because that's very specific for farms. Like if you have an Arnold license or a RenderMan or a Redshift license or a Mantra license farm, it will be different for each one. But and sometimes the thing that handles what renders in what machine, like let's say you have 5 frames, let's say 5 frames to render, and you have 5 machines in your render farm, and you say each machine is going to render 1 frame. You can stop it. You can do that, but the thing is not Houdini that distributes each frame to the farm. It's actually the farm manager. It's called, I think. Like Deadline it's a render farm thingy. There's HQ that comes with Houdini. There's Alfred, which it's an old RenderMan tool, and there's custom ones out there. But that one takes your file, so it's a separate piece of software, or most of the time it's installed in a server. You send it to that. You send the file to that. You send your Houdini file to that server. It takes your file and says, all right, you want to render 1 frame or you want to render in 5 machines. All right, I'm gonna send 1 frame to this. I'm gonna say 1 frame to this. I'm gonna send 1 frame to this and 1 frame to this, and each one is gonna render separately. So you don't have to like set up anything special in your file unless your farm requires that. But yeah, it's not about the nodes in the it's not about the render nodes here inside Houdini. It's about the distribution of the rendering. So, all right. So no more questions. I'm done with my rants. So you have any more questions, guys? I'll be happy to answer those. Hey, my dog is here. Come on, boy. Look at that. It's one of my dogs. Woo! Say hi, Willie. Say hi. Hi. He's sleepy. Hello, everyone. Hello. All right. Any more questions? All right. So I don't think I'm gonna do any Houdini today, but so I just wanted to talk about that stuff. Talk about the tutorial I'm making. After this one, I'm gonna go for chapter 3 of the lamp project, but I just wanted to get this out of the way, which is something that I needed to do. Because we were sponsor of the Global Game Jam, and I'm gonna be give prizes to the winners. So I wanted to have something related to games there for them to pick or something like that. So not just all Houdini stuff. And cool. So no more questions, huh? I guess that's gonna be it then. It's a short one, but I guess it's good. It's good to not extend these sessions too much. All right. So the best way to understand render farms is to use one or try to build one. But yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. All right. Actually, you could build a render farm with Redshift, and your renders will render with the watermark, but they will render, and you will have a watermark and on the renders. But you can study all the theory there if you can if you want, if you have the machines and if you have the time to set up everything, setting up everything. It's the hardest part, and having the machines communicate with each other and setting up the settings to send to render is yeah, it's not simple stuff. It's not like, all right, send to render to the render farm and everything's happy. It's not. It's not as simple. Uh, but yeah. All right. Thank you, Bob. I really love to help you guys, and I guess that brings me to another point that I wanted to touch actually. That I've been criticized with the time that I've been doing tutorials in YouTube, because some people are just jerks, and I've been criticized and sometimes very harsh. Uh, but it doesn't matter because it's so minimal compared to all the big amount of people that thank me because I've helped them in some way. And what I wanted to say is that is actually the focus of me doing this, being in front of the camera, talking to you, answering your questions, and it's the motive for this is not to make money. Uh, the motive for this, or the motivation for this, is to help you guys. A lot of people helped me when I was starting up, and I want to give back to people. I really, 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 my motivation for this is to help you guys get the job that you're dreaming, get a new job, or get that job that you learn Houdini or whatever. Uh, that is exactly what I want with this. If anytime people said, "Thank you, you helped me with that," that's exactly what I want to do with this. It's not about how many subscribers I have or how many tutorials I sell. It's about helping people. So you see that I'm not making like in the training that I make. I'm not making stuff that is gonna sell millions. I'm making stuff that I wanna do because I like it, and I don't mind how much it sells. It's okay that it sells because it helps me keep doing stuff. But that's not what I do as a company or as a producer. I want to educate people. I want to help people. I want to make people happy and just help. Really, that's the motive for this. Is just helping people. So thank you for everyone that asked questions and stuff, because I like to answer your questions, and it makes me feel great that you guys are trying to do or doing the stuff that you want to do. So thank you back for your words, and everyone else. And it's great actually. It's great to have these platforms to help more people, and that's why everything I do is for that. It's just trying to help more people as much as I can, giving back really. All right, so let's see. There are some comments. The aquarium species is having trouble building his render farm or her render farm. It might be a license issue. Yeah, just see the recording of the tutorial. But if you're setting up a render farm, there should be a log set up for things for the render farm. So see your log and see what the log is saying. Most of the time, the issues are there. License issues might not be always like a showstopper. Like I said, if there's a license issue, you will get rendered with the watermark. Like I don't think I think Mantra fails if there's no license, but Redshift and Arnold render anyway. So also be careful with that, because if sometimes the renderer doesn't acquire the license, it would render with a watermark and it would screw you up. That's terrible. If in the middle of the night you lose connection, or the network goes down or whatever, and it doesn't get a license, it's gonna keep rendering, but with a watermark, and that's gonna just suck. That's gonna suck. It had happened to me. Yeah, thank you, Grant. I don't mind the people that do talk mean stuff or whatever, or say stuff to me. I don't care about those people, because I care about the people that actually want to learn and are actually learning. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for your kind words. I really appreciate that. MES, don't worry, man. You want to see my guitar in the background? Yeah, here it is. This is my baby. Love this freaking guitar. It's a little bit dirty, but it's really cool. Now I need to learn how to play. We can do... I don't think we can do guitar live streams here. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Those of you that are saying that I helped you learn stuff, that's what I want. All right, Grant. See you later, man. That's what I'm doing all this stuff for. So, yeah, I'm. All right, so I guess that's it. Diogo, Houdini plus cinema. Yeah, that's a good combination, man. Cool. All right, I'm gonna finish for today, and I'll see you guys later. All right. Thank you for being here again. I really appreciate you guys being here, talking to me. If you're not here, I'll be talking to no one, which is stupid. All right, I'll see you guys later. Next week. I won't forget that. And take care, all right? Take care, and let's keep learning together. Fusion 3D camera. I don't have my license yet. Oh man, haven't bought the license for Fusion. It's gonna have to wait, Cinema. All right, see you guys later. Let me find the button. You know the drill. Stop streaming. Bye.